What's going on, everybody? I'm back with more of the insanity from the Villains Fill a Short Box for $25 sale from a couple of weeks ago. Villains is now officially closed down. Heroes, on the other hand, right next door, is still open, thriving, and ready for all your fucking amazing comic book and sort of action figure card needs. It's the best comic shop I've ever been in my life, honestly. And I want to showcase the short box of Fantagraphics insanity, other small press insanity from the 90s, a lot of this stuff in early 2000s. And I had a lot of blast digging. I'm confident that I went through all of the boxes of all of the trades, the art books, all that stuff. And I stuffed the shit out of that short box. So let's get into it. We're going to start it off with a little bit of Troy Little insanity again. I showcased Troy Little in the, I believe, single issue part of the haul from a couple of weeks ago. This guy, the thing I know Troy Little from is the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas adaptation from 2010-ish, maybe a little bit later. Amazing book. So I pretty much bought this off his name. And, in the back, there's some black and white stuff, but it is a color comic, and I'm looking forward to it. I like Troy Little's style. Next is a book that I'm probably going to do its own video for. It's called Atavistic Avatar, the Cartoon Brute Art of the Piz. Now, I'm actually not sure if I've heard of the Piz before, but I've actually dog-eared, or not dog-eared, but I put some, this stuff is insane, dude. But again, I'm going to be doing there's Flash in here. I'm going to do its own video for this book because I just think it's that dope. So I'll put that to the side. Next, we've got a Fantagraphics book here from, I'm guessing, the early 90s, 92, 93. We've got Pixies, put out by Max Anderson. And now this cover is awesome, just to begin with that. And it is a black and white book. Really cool stuff. Highly recommend checking this shit out. That was the thing. This time around, I was there for probably 2.5, 3 hours. And I was going through all the books and just checking out the insides. I'm like, okay, I really can't spare any dead weight in my short box. So grab that. This is I think the last thing I threw in there. This is put out by, I think it's Fantagraphics. Yeah, so Fantagraphics put this one out. It's a collection of Drawing Power, the Compendium of Cartoon Advertising from the 1870s to the 1940s, which is something that I've sort of been getting more and more interested in, old advertisements, stuff like that. There's a very racist, Sambo type character in here somewhere. I wonder if I can find it. Yeah, look at this. Look how fucked up this is. Oh my god. Where's the one? I actually want to do a parody of it. If I can find it with ease. Shit. Here it is. It's the Bully Gang, or the Bully Song. But it's this incredibly racist caricature of a black dude with a switchblade walking. I want to parody that. So, obviously offensive to some, hilarious to others. Next, we've got a book here called Comics Anthology, edited by Ick Newman. This has works from Joe Matt, Peter Cooper, who did the Spy vs. Spy comic after a while. This is actually pretty damn thick, too. Really cool back cover. This is put out by Mangajin Book. Very cool stuff. So again, anthology. Bunch of different art styles. Love this stuff. But this is very dense and awesome. So I would recommend checking out those type. I'm going to leave that for a video on its own too. This one right here, I bought solely based off the cover. It's called Him and Her Smuggling Vacation. And there's a fucking, I think what's referred to as a square grouper of fucking bricks of cocaine or heroin or whatever the fuck. The inside of this, I'm kind of on the fence about. I'm I like it, but it's very cartoony. When I say that, I don't mean in a bad. It's not the cartoony I usually go for, but I feel like if I read this and I like it, I'll hang on to it. But if I check it out and it's not that great, I'm probably gonna get rid of this one. Here's a cool one. We've got Caveman Evolution, put out by NBM Books. So it's got a forward by Sergio Aragonés. The comic itself is done by Tayar Oskan. It's really cool. I think it's a wordless comic. Is there any words on there? It looks like there's some speech balloons, but there's like stars and asterisks and stuff. So yeah, it looks pretty much like a wordless comic, man. But I'm really into it. Love the stuff. Love the style. Next is a really cool one that I was stoked to pick up. This is also Fanta. I feel like I'm gonna be saying Fantagraphics 1,000 fucking times here, but this is all just old school Fanta shit. We've got Toys in the Basement by Blanket. I was really drawn to the cover of this, to the back cover, and the insides do not disappoint. Really colorful, really cartoonish, like that's the kind that I'm really into right now. This might not be the book I was thinking of. There was a sick... I don't know. Regardless, this is awesome, so... Toys in the Basement. Checking that out eventually. This is actually still sealed. It's called Peter Dark, Adults Only. But as soon as I seen it, or Peter Pank, sorry. King of Punkland, where youth culture never grows old. Anarchy rules, and Peter Pank is the anti-hero to beat all anti-heroes. Max's merciless bastardization of the classic fairy tale is an erotic, bombastic, and hilarious. So this is actually something that I actually did not see the insides of, but I'll take its word for it. I'm into that. Here's another anthology called Gold, or what's it called? Go for the Gold or something like that. Oh no, this one, I think this one is mostly like sketchbook type shit, but like homage to heavy metal. Like this, I'm really into this. These are cool, sort of like action figure-y looking designs and shit. Yeah. Not so much a comic or anthology, just like sketchbook material, which is great. There's actually some Peter Chung in here, which I just passed. Peter Chung, of course, did the show Aeon Flux, and he also designed the opening intro to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic or cartoon from back in the day. This is cool because it's Epicurus the Sage, Volume 2. The only reason I picked this up is because it's Sam Keith interiors, and I really love Sam Keith. Although there's nothing in here that's very, there's some really good stuff, but it's not like, I want to see like Wolverine type shit. Like there's just some coolness here, but this was a score, definite score. This is Nightmare Alley, which I believe was either a play that got turned into a movie that got adapted into a comic book. This is adapted by Spain Rodriguez, of all people, who's one of my favorite cartoonists. Highly recommend checking out his work. He was very, very heavily involved in the underground comics movement in the 1960s. He's always like been into like political satire and like all the it's just great fucking stuff. I can hear my dog Oliver like he like plunks down. And we actually just got a new puppy named Onyx, who I've shown on the stores here, but this is all Spain Rodriguez stuff. And like this thing takes place at a carnival, so you get Spain drawn all kinds of crazy carny type shit. You can't really talk about underground comics without bringing up Spain. A lot of people bring up Crumb, Gilbert Sheldon, people like that, but Spain is definitely one of the best. And I think those, even Robert Crumb would like, I remember there was this one interview or documentary where he said like he's still sort of like trying to seek Spain's approval for his stuff, and that says a lot about him. So next is a book here called Kling Clang Clatch by Ian McDonald, illustrated by David Littleton, and it's all about like these like fucking weird bears. It's very beautiful. It sort of looks like a hard-boiled detective story, but with teddy bears and shit, which is great. If you ever get a chance to check that out. This is a book that's really cool that actually my wife got me, but I had to show this. This is called Gabriel's Friends, and it's like a how-to cartooning guide, and it's super thick, and it's all about these animals, but they're not just like animals that are like hold on, you know, not in costume, I guess. Like there's a bear with like with a cowboy bear eating a bowl of cereal. I think Cougars had some good ones. Let me see. Like, look at this. Is totally fucking probably racist at this point, but there's like a Siamese cat eating some Chinese food. You know, playing a guitar, smoking a pipe, and there was even like a line in here about like when you're drawing a cigarette or a cigar, like having like ashes like falling down. I've actually implemented that into my work recently. Some dogs and stuff. But yeah, I really like this kind of stuff. There's a leopard, like an alcoholic leopard. Really cool. Raccoons and stuff. There's like a skunk with cheese. Got like I think this is the line. The lower lip is short. Like little notes and stuff. I love that shit. Next we've got a book here called The Great Taste of Deep Fried. I think we'll put this out. Jason Youngbluth. So don't really know too much about this other than, you know, cool art. You know, here's a line out here. Yes, and we've contacted Elton John. He's go for the blowjob. Just like, who even, like, just like a, oh, right there. That's totally hilarious. There's police artist composites. There's, this guy, I believe, was, fuck was it? The Zodiac Killer, I think? And then Pikachu. Like, what the fuck is going on there? That's by Jason Youngbluth. I think I mentioned that. Here's a really cool anthology called Pictopia #4. And it's got Bill Griffith, it's got Jiss, Eileen Kleminski Crum, Dave Cooper. Really cool. Really cool stuff. So like this, I wish that like there was more of this like happening. Like, or I'm sure it is, but like you kind of got to know people to get involved. Like I would love to do some pages for some stuff like this. There's even heavily dense stuff with the writing. But that's Kaminsky Crumb's piece. Aileen, rest in peace. Moving on. So here's something really sick. So in the last haul, I picked up a classic 40 ounce by Jim Mafood, and I was actually able to score 40 ounce collected, which collects his comic called 40 ounce comics. What was it called? 40 ounce? Yeah, 40 ounce comics. So that's issue 1. It's all 4 issues, I believe, and then there's all the pinups and just different awesome stuff. Girl Scouts, Zombie Kid. Yeah, big fan. I'm gonna be doing my like a standalone video talking about that. We got here. We've got this one right here called Blab 14, which I'm sure is another anthology, like on its 14th volume. We've got people like Tom Huck, Greg Clark, Spain. We have got Fred Stonehouse, Peter Cooper, who of course is the Spy vs. Spy fuck, Doug Allen. The Birth of Porn by Spain. Cannot wait to fucking read that. Look at this shit, man. Like, that's the stuff with these, like, books, like, these are, like, smaller press stuff. Like, it's not just comics, it's just, like, a bunch of insanity thrown at you, and you don't even know where the fuck to begin. There's some more fucking offensive material. Yeah. Highly recommend that one. That's put out by Fantagraphics. Of course. Let's pull out a bunch at once. I just got like this bag because famously at this sale, you could fill the box, but you couldn't take the fucking box. So now I'm walking around with bags of books. This right here is called Vatican Hustle, put out by NBM Books by Greg Houston. And it's sort of like this afro-wielding Vatican badass, but it's very, very stylized and awesome looking. Yeah, don't really know much about this NBM Books before, but I can dig it. Next we've got one here called Contro Pussy. Emma Caulflad, Camilla Ranson, Christian Music. Oh, these must be artists on the book. This is good stuff too. Very stylized. I think it's the same. Those are all just the creators, I guess, but really nice stuff. Oh, more teddy bear stuff. This one here is called Teddy Scares. This is put out by Ape Comics. It's a square bound prestige format. But again, more teddy bear stuff. I could take any kind of like R-rated teddy bear shit. I'm obsessed with it. Anthology with different artists. With their own teddy stories. Really cool, man. Here's a score right here. This is a sealed Pup Shot and Push Paw, written and drawn by Jim Woodring. This is the first Woodring book that I have, other than like some collected stuff, I believe, or like stuff that's sort of anthology shit. But really stoked to find that. This is very interesting. It's called Shogun of the Dead, which this is put out by Pandemonia. Shogun of the Dead, Twilight of the Samurai by Daniel Wernick. So if you know me, you know this is like right up my fucking alley, especially show you some of this like insanity. Oh man, I loved, like, that was such a good day, like flipping through books and just like finding all this crazy shit and being like, yeah, I'll give this a chance. Yeah, cool stuff. Alright, here. Next we got one by Kim Deitch called Alias Cat. Nice hardcover edition put out by Pantheon Books. I don't know if I have much other Kim Deitch stuff. I have some Rick Veitch stuff. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, man. He uses, like, I love when I love like this whole idea. And spoiler alert, I'm actually doing a solo anthology book, which is going to be about I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 stories in it, and there's some other little backup matter, but that will be coming out probably 2026. So I'm not going to be talking too much about that, but it's inspiring to see stuff like this, like where a guy or a gal, they've done multiple styles in their books, and that really kind of gets to showcase your stuff. Oh, there was no way this is put out by Slave Labor Graphics. This is by Justin Sane and John Hageman Jr. The Woodland Welfare Manifesto. Yes. The Woodland Welfare Manifesto is a story of Burnt Bear, Crazy Rabbit, and Pervert Monkey, 3 protalium animals who struggle against corrupt capitalist system that oppresses force with iron fist. Will trio of friends triumph when working class livelihoods are threatened, or will Crazy Rabbit's anarchist methods threaten to make them all enemies of the state? So, yes, this was definitely coming with me, man. Fuck yeah, man, this is awesome. I love like the crossing of like cutesy with like R-rated. We just talked about this, I think, on the last live stream. This is another Dead World collection right here. This is The Last Siesta. Now, this is not illustrated by Vince Locke, but it's got Gary Reed, Gary Francis, and Mark Bloodworth. Again, if you don't know Dead World, you're sort of talking about like Walking Dead way before Walking Dead, and personally what I consider way better. Sort of like Return of the Living Dead-ish vibes. Really cool stuff. Dead World, slept on, very slept on. Next, this is cool. That by the way, that was put out by IDW, I think. Yeah, this right here is put out by Alternia, and it's called Horror in the West. Horror in the West is a collection of 11 tales stemming from the blood and sweat of a posse of small press creators, bounty hunters, ranchers, outlaws, and equal opportunists all await evil ends in the wild frontier. Like my Western story, Rotten Revolver, would have fit in here perfectly. Like, this is excellent. Absolutely excellent. Like, well done, whoever put this out. Or, like, the contributors, like... Again, all different styles. From the cartoonish-y to the realistic-y. Yeah. Excellent stuff, man. Oh, fuck, here we go. We got Small Press Expo collection from 99. I think I have 98. I'd have to look, but we've got Jay and Silent Bob on the cover, Matt Wagner cover. Fuck off, Lunchbox. What do you mean that isn't small? So in here we've got, like, this is the lineup of people we got in here. We got Jim Mafood. We've got Eric Reynolds. We've got... I'm just trying to find names that jump out to me that I know. Jordan Crane, Jason Little, Gregory Cook, Frosty, Steve Conley. I want to see the Jim Mafood piece here. What page was that? Page 52. Oh, this is part of his Stupid Comics line. So Stupid Comics is one of his auto-bio comics. If you check out his YouTube channel, he does that really great deep dive through all of his auto-bio comics, which is awesome. Yeah, just another cool, fun collection. Bunch of different artists. Good way to get inspired. Next, we've got a book here called Mind Riot, which I don't think I already got, but Coming of the Age. This is Peter Cooper cover again, the Spy vs. Spy guy. But we've also got Ann Decker. There's a forward by Peter Bagg. Mind Riot. It'll blow your mind, and you'll love every minute of it. That's what it says on the back. There's like a piece of dope on here. I don't know if that's my dope or like some fucking greasy comic fucking box dope. Let's see. Yeah, so Peter Bagg doing the intro. That's pretty cool. Wow. Skateboarding comics. From Jawbreakers to Lawbreaker, a tale of a true tale of a teenage thief. Like, this is the kind of stuff, like, you're not getting this, like, in Marvel Comics and stuff. Like, this is the stuff that could really possibly change a young reader's mind. Cool shit, man. I think we're getting there. I think there's maybe, like, 5 left. Just empty this bag. I had them in a fucking grocery store bag for, like, 2 weeks now. Okay, so here we've got, The Tragic Tale of Turkey Boy, an American Love Story by Andy Fish. This is put out by... I don't know who put this out. Cool stuff, though. Oh, yeah, this is excellent. Like, you don't need much to make a comic. Like, people think... Like, look, this is 3 panels each page. And it's awesome. So, don't feel like you need to have, like, a fuckload of, panels and all kinds of madness happening on your page. Like, if you can draw in your style, like, or you can draw anything, man, like, you can make a comic. Murdered Them All. Selected short stories in the back. Cool shit. Oh yeah, I was waiting to see this. So this is called Typhoon, Volume 1. And this is also put out by Dirty Danny Press. And it's just a bunch of madness. This stuff right here in the beginning almost looks like Jeff Darrow-ish to me in a way. Got some stuff, Loopy, Tex Avery, parody stuff. Box Top Comics by Dalton Webb, making fun of like serial. Oh yeah, that's the Goofball Heist. This was the one that really made me go, dude, you need to take this one with you. Yeah, Blenders. I drew a blender like in one of my recent sketchbooks. So. Fun shit, man. My only thing is like this book is, or like not this book alone, but like a lot of these books are really cracking. Because like they probably haven't been open in so long, they've been in fucking tight boxes, right? Here's something really cool right here. Yeah. This right here, Meal Deal with the Devil by Bobby Joe Ebola and the Children McNuggets, pictures by Jason Crater. It's like not for children, but it's like, it looks like one of those little golden books. And for the photos, there's like guns, gas cans, knives and shit. Oh, there's a fucking like DVD in the back of this thing. I don't know what that is. Probably music. Oh, you know what this is? This is like a storybook, like a There's No More Fucking Beer. Like, it's not like a traditional comic. This is great. Awesome. Almost done here. This right here, by Katrin DeVries and Fruchenbo and Aurora. By Breeze Press. I don't know who the fuck that is, but W the Whore. That's hilarious. Like this like trollish looking character here. There's sexual and weird. Cool stuff though. Okay, there's 2 books left. I gotta see which one I want to show first. Oh fuck. They're both sick. I'll show this one first. So this is Snot for Kids, 64 pages of crash, biological urges, and much more. This is number 2, volume 2, number 1. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, it's weird. Yeah, this is like a few different styles. Cool stuff. Cool back cover. That I recognize this character, that style. Now the final book is Monstrosity by Alternia Comics. It's an anthology, but this is an amazing cover. Love that. Just gonna like open up to some random pages here.